So if you're new to the channel, I'm trying to build this accessible velocity measuring technology that will lower the barrier to entry to tracking your metrics in track and field. I also live in Minnesota and it's 12 degrees right now and it isn't really ideal to run outside. I tried it before and I felt like I was going to die and my fingers were going to have to be amputated. So we're at the next best place, a place with a little bit more runway. No, it's not the airport tarmac, but it is the local mall. It looks to be pretty busy already, but we'll just see if people will just walk around us and not pay us any attention, or we'll get all the attention. So the setup is pretty simple. You just set up your cones 10 meters apart, and then you just set up your camera. You know, you can have someone hold it, or you can set it up on a tripod and just film yourself, and you just do a pass, and that's it. That's really it. What's crazy is that I actually feel really fast here. I think it's because there's like a lot of stuff like this kiosk, but yeah, just as it goes by you, it makes you feel like you're running faster than maybe you actually are. So that should be 32 feet, 31.8. Okay, so you have one cone there, and you have another cone there. And when you have it set up in the frame, you just want you want one on one side and one on the other side, just right at the edge. I don't think it matters too much, like how far away you are, so long as the cones are in the frame. The computer does the rest of the work. Good?
I thought it looked good.
All right. Now we just have to wait for
The next opportunity.
Yeah, because it's so busy.
Time for
Time for the next one.
number 2.
Okay, so I think that should be it. That's like 3 goes. That'll be enough for now, and to show you how to set up your thing and record your video and send it to me so I can do the processing. So yeah, feel free to send the video. The email is in the link in the description, or it's on screen. So go ahead and do what you gotta do. He's a subscriber, you know. I just got the fan service like that, you know. So let's take a look at what's going on underneath the hood. So this is what's happening. We have our baseline image, right? You can see that. So we have our baseline image, and we have our cones as fiducial markers to determine distance. So I'm actually too far away from the cones for it to be accurate. Because there's a distance between my foot and here, there's an effect where if this is the measurement of 10 meters, then the computer will think I'm running slower than I actually am because the conversion factor is off. And then as we play the video, since the contrast between the character running through the frame and the background is so poor because of all the different textures and non-solid colors, it gives the skeleton mapping a hard time when it's trying to find the person moving. So I'll just let it play in real time. As you can see, it's jumping around and it's just not ideal. The best case scenario, you have an individual with a solid background in the background, and also making sure that they're very well lit in the foreground, and also making sure that they're close to the cones. So here we're gonna run through the second video of me running. So we have the same cones that are recognized, and then it thinks that there's a person in the window that is running, but it's nobody. And it's actually logging those positions as they're randomly being recognized, and that's an issue because obviously there's nobody running in reality. So that doesn't work because the background is messed up. And then again, when it spits out the result, you get nothing good. There's a limitation in the video where you only have so much fidelity. I was shooting at 720p, not even 1080p, at 240 frames per second. with a poorly lit foreground and a very noisy background, so to speak. Part of me thinks that the camera technology either needs to catch up or machine learning needs to get better, but where we're at with this, it's like I don't want to be disingenuous when I'm selling a product because I want it to work too. You know what I mean? But I can't have people pay me and expect that they get this bunk of software. Because I wouldn't buy that. That sucks. So please help a young man out and send in your videos with the parameters that I specified before, and I'll do it again. An individual in the foreground, a nice solid background, whether it be the grass, the sky, just a wall, 2 cones on either side, slow motion video. Like if you have an iPhone, shoot it at slow motion, 720 or 1080p video, send it to my email, and make sure that it's 240 frames per second. If you're on Mac or Windows, go into the properties, go into the metadata of the file and just check. Because if it's not 240 frames per second and you can't scrub through every frame down to the minute 1/240th, then it's not going to work the way that I. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for being a part of this development process. I really appreciate it. I get so down on myself sometimes. I actually had to take a break filming this because I was in a really negative mood, and I went and I ate a tortilla, and it was good, and it made me feel better. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe. Please like. I really appreciate it. Thank you if you have already, and see you in the next one.